Shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
So today's speaker number one is Toastmaster Ahmed. Since he hasn't turned up for this contest, the second speaker will be called upon. The speaker number two is Toastmaster Hareesh. Title of the speech is Sense of Loss. Sense of Loss, Toastmaster Hareesh.
Thanks. It was about 3 months after my marriage. Time was 7:45. It was getting dark. I was working in shift in my company, and this wedding ring slipped from my finger and fell on the floor. It was happening for the first time in my life. I took it, put it back in my finger. After 15 minutes, I received a call. My father-in-law had met with an accident. Understand? Judges, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, I always think, was it providence or was it coincidence? In my family, we have a queer history. We are 3 brothers. My eldest brother, at the time of his marriage, his father-in-law was having a serious illness. 1 year, his father-in-law expired. At the time of my second brother's marriage, his father-in-law was very hale and hearty. 6 months after that, my parents started pressurizing me too to get married. Okay? But for me, getting leave was difficult. So we fixed one date for me to go and meet one girl. And suddenly, my second brother's father-in-law too died of heart attack. In our family, in our custom, there are some rituals done when some person dies. And on the date of that ritual, I happened to go and meet my would-be wife. We had nice meeting. I liked, okay, and we had a nice discussion with that father-in-law. And one moment, a thought passed through my mind. My God, if this marriage happens, what would happen to this person in front of me? 30 days later, my father-in-law too passed away. That was a big loss to my mother-in-law, because that was the year she was getting retired. And for her, suddenly, a long time of solitude. My wife, she told me that now that my marriage is over, I'm not that worried. In one particular moment, she told me that. For me, frankly speaking, I am telling you, I didn't feel a sense of loss at that time. Because being young, right after marriage, we are very confident, enthusiastic. We do not like someone supervising us. But that time I was being accountable. I was held accountable. Whatever, I would like to do things my way. But my wife was questioning. My parents of my wife was questioning. And I felt a little bit relieved. But later, things started changing. Immediately 3 months after marriage, our life was very good. The salary I had was more than enough to cover for our expenses. We were having a nice time. Dinner every day from the restaurants. But after the child came, when there was the need to buy a house, expenses started going high. I saw my friends, they were having a very good life. Same education, same kind of job, same kind of wives, but difference. Support from family was there for them. I had lost it already. Then, I had to make my decisions. And I enjoyed making rash decisions. I took a decision, went and bought a house. For me, economically, it made a lot of sense. But for all others, it was stupid. They were looking down on me. There was something mistake. What is this? There is something that I do not understand. And there is no one who can advise me. At that time, I was not ready to accept it. Later, a time came. I was under stress. Situations forced me to dispose of that house, and one serious thing came to light. There was a big problem in that deed itself. Out of my inexperience, I had ignored it. Suddenly, slowly, that realization started coming. Had there been a person of all these experiences, all this wisdom, perhaps these things could not have happened in my life. Me too started feeling that loss. Dear friends, there are many things which are beyond our control. The best thing we can do is try our best to cope with that. That is only within our control. That particular night, many things went wrong. It was night. It was a long stretch of the highway, and vehicles come very fast. And the motorcycle that hit my father-in-law was coming at a very, very high speed. And the person who was driving that motorcycle did not have even a license. It was just a week after he had learned practicing motorcycle. And a new driver is the one who drives the fastest. Me too. When I was a new driver, I used to drive faster. But after this incident, I have become more careful. I drive slow. I know that things can go wrong. It doesn't make a distinction that it is me, because I have seen it. I have experienced it. It is nothing that the destiny will hold back, because I am not no way special. If something can happen to somebody, I am no exception. It can happen to me too. So it's up to me to be careful. In the little things, in the small things, in everything I do, I try to be more cautious now. Because perhaps a little oversight from my side could seriously impact someone else's life, the way it has happened to us. Dear friends, I have stopped thinking whether it was providence, whether it was coincidence. What I try to do is be more careful on the small things I do. And that sense of loss, now I experience. Over to you. Thank you.